When you had these wars,
When you had the wars, again, was to prove supremacy. Who could think faster, who can say more hurtful things about each other at the spur of the moment. And after a while...
All in rhyme.
All in rhyme. And it became something that got out of hand. Because after a while, it was a lot of written verses, you know, established verses. If you said anything to me, I knew what to say back to you. And sometimes the guys get out of hand, and it started becoming something that the promoters of the tent didn't particularly want, and they sort of killed it.
But that's what the public came for, though. Well, one of the reasons.
Yeah, the public loved it.
Yeah.
But after a while, it got out of hand. So who was in charge decided not to continue with it.
We will never return to those days.
I would think they can if they wanted to encourage it, because there are some guys who are still very, very good at it. And
like Gypsy.
Gypsy and Pretender and some of the others, Short Pants, still masters of the art.
Let's leave Trinidad for a moment and go across the world. You've been all over, all continents, I take it?
Yes.
What was your most exquisite country that you visited, and why?
As you say, exquisite, I'll have to say Japan.
Japan.
Yes, because when we got there, we never knew what to expect. And we, as a matter of fact, we didn't think that we would be well received. But being adventurous and daring, we decided to accept the offer and go across there. And we really turned the Japanese on. People really enjoyed the music, and I made a videotape of it, brought it back, and we showed it back home.
You know, the Japanese can make clones even better than the original. And I've heard a Japanese band singing Latin music. I mean, they're so real that it's not funny. Have you heard anybody picking up Calypso in Japan?
No, no.
I know they're picking up the steel pan.
Yeah, very much so. But I haven't heard them singing Calypso yet.
Other countries, which ones appealed to you? Which one accepted you?
Well, every place we go, people love us in Germany, they love us in Sweden, and also in, of course, the United Kingdom, not to mention the United States and Canada. The first place that we went, though, was all through the Caribbean islands, Lord Melody and myself. We went right through the Caribbean islands up to the Virgin Islands and established ourselves. During those years, Harry Belafonte was really reigning as king in America. But I didn't choose to come up to America then. I decided to establish myself in the Caribbean as a Caribbean performer. And after a while, then I came to the United States.
Before we break, you mentioned Lord Melody, and what an artist. I mean, a supreme performer, a great comedian, a very witty person, and a great calypso singer. There are some things that we don't know, but what can you say about Melody that hasn't been heard of before?
Well,
what kind of person was he?
Everybody knows Melody. Melody was a very, very talented man. He's the kind of guy that had ideas for almost anything. And but somehow, whenever he came up with a brilliant idea, he didn't have patience. He wouldn't stick with it. So if you you knew what to do, you listened to his good ideas, and sure enough, he would just come, I don't know, maybe he had too many ideas. He would come up with another idea, you know, and too many ideas, he just killed the first one. But the first one was really the best one.
Yeah. And you two enjoyed a great rapport with each other for a number of years.
Yeah, we had a rivalry between ourselves, and we used to improvise the same kind of war, extempo on each other. And he sing about my mother, I sing about his wife, he sing about my wife. And so the whole thing went, but again, I told you, it got out of hand.
Yeah, when you said it got out of hand, I was thinking about that because was it personal with you and him?
No. When you got on stage, all the friendship was over. And anything to make the audience laugh was what was done. And after a while, it started sounding as though it was personal and in bad taste. So that's why it was discontinued.